morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here. I just saw something that just made my day. This guy just ripped past me going 120 miles per hour, and he just got pulled over by one of the state troopers. You gotta love it. I got a bonus from work. It's just a week's pay. It's not much. I don't get paid that much. But, on top of what I make for the week anyway, that week that I worked and I ran the office up there. So that makes me feel good. But now I'm left with a opportunity to buy this P900 right now with the cash that I got, or pay bills. I don't know. I'm kind of up in arms about what to do about it. I'll give it some thought tonight. Meanwhile, I'm going to go deposit the money in the bank. Anyway, that's not the reason why I made this video. I wish I could have got that on videotape footage, though. Assholes. These guys going 120 miles per hour. Zips by me. I'm going 70. Okay, well, look, he got his ticket. He's going to pay his time now. And that's going to be quite a large one. My dad got a ticket for going 70 on the Taconic. I think he had to pay like $350. Anyway, today's August 2nd. Wednesday, 2017. CC here, Chris from New York. I see there's more drama on the YouTube channels once again. I thought we were finished with it, but I guess not. I pretty much watch everybody on the YouTube channels. I mean, I don't, I have a few that I like, that I've been watching from the beginning. Mark Sargent's on the top of the list in my book, I think. And, the NASA channel, I don't know what to say about him. I watched him at the beginning. I liked him, and I continue watching his videos. I think he puts some great stuff out. He's a wonderful painter. I can't believe how he can put things together like that. That's incredible. His wife's really, really nice. And, he surrounds himself with good people. So I watch him. I don't know. I have a few that I like, and you're just gonna have to make a decision on your own. I can't steer you right in the right direction. Patricia, I watch a lot. Watch her videos, watch her live shows. She just did a show with a bishop on there. I think he commented on one of my videos too. He's a pretty good guy. We're just out there to do what we have to do, and I don't understand why people are arguing about bullshit. We're all living in this lie. Everything is fake that's around us. There's no freaking stars. There's no space. There's no NASA. It does not exist, at least to the realm that we're taught that it does. We're never going to get to any planets. This is a serious situation that we're in right now, and we're arguing about horseshit. I don't know. Last night I was looking at the moon, and it was a clear night last night, and it was almost like, I have been looking at the moon ever since I've awoken, but especially last night, it just didn't look like the way it looked like when I used to look at the moon. You can see that it's fake almost. It's almost like, remember that movie, They Live? It's almost like we can see now the fakeness all around us. I'm just, the sun is one thing that I just can't explain. I thought maybe it was a reflection off of the firmament, and I'm beginning to retract that. I don't see how it could be, because it just emits so much heat. I believe the moon is, but now I'm come to think of it, I really believe that the sun is a projection. That's what I think the sun is. I believe it's a projection. That's what it's got to be. I still have to do that experiment with you. With the lights, and the projection light, and everything like that. It'd probably be a good time to do it this week. because I got the place to myself, so I can screw around a little bit. I can have a little fun, and nobody bothers me. But maybe I'll try to put something together to show you that what you're looking at is not a ball up there, obviously, because if it was a ball, it would not be projecting this light toward us. In between branches, and so precise where you can make everything out. If it was just one big round ball, round sun, you wouldn't see the precision of the shadows of everything that when the sun goes behind the trees, you could see. You could see the shadows perfectly. You shouldn't be able to see them like that if it was a ball. It would be impossible. The light would be emitting in all directions, and it wouldn't be just focused in on one area. And that's why I believe it's definitely a projection. And it's a very powerful projection with heat that'll, if you don't have suntan lotion on, burn the hell out of you. When I was a kid, I very rarely wore suntan lotion, which was stupid. And I've gotten my skin checked out, and I advise you all go too. Because I was pretty bad with suntan lotion. Now I just soak it on. But, it worries me because, I watch Patricia's videos, and she's into a lot of healthy stuff, and she's a vegan. And, I always wondered what kind of chemicals are in that suntan lotion. That is being absorbed into my body, but I just don't know what else to use. I use 50 block, and I get very little sun. I never burn anymore. I'm very careful now at this point, but I'm also putting chemicals on my body, or in my body, by putting lathering the suntan lotion up, and I put quite a bit on. I'm rambling, I understand that, but I'm just trying to make a point out to you that you should get your skin checked, and you should be following up on doctor's appointments. I'm really bad with that too. At least go once a year, once every couple of years. For physical, just a regular physical. If you're in your 20s, who cares? You can do whatever the hell you want. Drink, smoke, be merry. It'll catch up to you when you get older. But you'll have to learn the hard way. Well, it's not learning the hard way. It's just you wake up one day and you realize you're putting all these chemicals in your body, and you're like, what's the point? Just get up off the couch, take a walk. That's what I've been doing. Walking around a little bit. Trying to lose a few pounds myself, get myself back into shape. This weekend I might be doing a little venture on the boat. I'm not sure, depending on the weather. So far it looks good. So I might be going out there on Saturday. There's something going on with a distant relative. I couldn't understand what she was yammering, but it sounded like somebody died. So I don't really know what's going on with that. But it's a distant relative, so I don't think it's going to ruin any of my plans. But if it is somebody important, I might pay my respects. And you should always do that with family. Family's very important, even though if they don't believe anything that you're talking about, they're indoctrinated. Don't worry about it. They'll come through at some point. I was listening to Imus in the morning, and his wife was mentioning something about a movie about chemtrails. I don't know the name of the movie. I didn't get the name of the movie. I tuned in a little later this morning. But if there's an actual movie about chemtrails, that's hitting the mainstream, I gotta go on there and watch the trailer. I guess put chemtrail movie 2017. I'm sure it'll pop up. I'm sure there's footage on YouTube about it already. So check that out. That might be one movie I might actually go see, not in the movie theater, but maybe rent it or something like that. Apparently his wife was saying that, I don't even know what his wife's name is. I listen to this radio station all the time. I don't even know what her name is. Apparently they're talking about borax and aluminum and all this stuff in there. So, you should definitely check that movie out. I'm shocked that Hollywood would allow something like that to come out by not covering up and saying that they're not doing anything wrong up there, when we all know that they're definitely putting something up there, and it is controlling the weather. And here we are, another milky white sky. Sometimes when they're really chemtrailing, on days, or whatever you want to call it, geoengineering, I don't give a shit. Whatever in your world you think that shit is up there, I get headaches sometimes, you know, when I see checkerboards. Not all the time, but I do get headaches. It could be caused by that. I'm not sure. You know, it almost feels like a hay fever, you know. I've been laying low with videos. Just thought maybe the dust would settle by now, but it doesn't seem to be. So I'm just going to continue making videos. I want to talk about all this stuff, but you know, it's something you're going to have to figure out for yourself, just like you going through an awakening period. You know, you'll know who is who and what's up. I mean, there are a lot of people doing these videos, and they are getting paid for doing this, I guess. And that's great, as I said, you know, as long as you're being true and, you know, you're not trying to confuse everybody. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. Let's find out what's going to happen in the next couple of days. And I'm sure someone's going to have a rebuttal soon. I've been waiting for that. But everybody else is, you know, the people that I listen to, the people I have on my channel seem to be sincere. All their videos, I sub. Oh, well, don't forget to sub me if you're watching me. You know, that helps me out. Give me a thumbs up too. Always helps me out too. Sorry, this video is a little longer than I wanted to make it. But all right. Well, I think I've said everything I needed to say. I'll touch base later.